It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Tony Pollard. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Colts and the 49ers, and it comes...
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's how it's done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the option left, Richardson. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Richardson.
And that will be incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
Thornton, the motion man right.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. The Niners hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one.
And it's 3rd down and 2.
You look at this Colt defense.
Now they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. That's dumped off to Pollard.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And this taken in by Downs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Devon Achane, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Richardson looking to throw this.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after him. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
That's caught inside the 20.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have him.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Forced out to his left. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now it's Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49 D as they score the touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Richardson working from the gun.
Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Gay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 5. Thornton, the motion man right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Devon Achane
With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter. That's it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Got his open man. It's Mallory.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Look that one in, and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. And his guys will get the football right. Yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding. They've got his man complete. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Another catch there for Waddle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds. Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge. So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. The slot man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Waddle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Moody good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going
going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pollard gets it off the option.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And quickly, they get to the line. And the slot man goes in motion left.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone. But still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3rd down and 1. Richardson going to move him around.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to check. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and that means that he'll be out of challenges for the remainder of this ball game.
On play action, they'll throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown 49ers.
Jalen Waddle.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. To Chenault on the slant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Richardson looking to throw.
This is Fant on the short completion. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Back to the air with Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much run in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2nd down and 3. Achane gets it from the gun.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Up the middle, Achane. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
taking it right down Broadway. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field,